Hi guys, Andy here again from Mad Lad Designs with another indie print and play series, and this time we are going to be stepping into the boots of Frodo in the Lord of the Rings The Adventure Game. And the idea is to get the ring to Mount Doom and drop it in, and we're going to do that by going through this deck of cards. So as you can see, it's quite a large deck of cards. Once you go through these, it says, "Congratulations, you have made it to Mount Doom. Now drop the ring in the lava." You will drop the ring in, right? Okay, so I'm going to leave a link as usual to the print and play files and to the page on Board Game Geek, so you can download the files to print them out. You'll get a load of cards. You will get a play mat. I'll just move these out the way for now. The cards go there. And one of the cards will say the quest begins. So Gandalf the Grey has chosen you to be the ring bearer. You must save Middle Earth by taking the ring to Mount Doom, destroying it. And it tells you what you need. To begin the game, you need 10 health and no equipment. You may rest automatically every 2 turns, but may rest at any time and at a cost of 1 day. Draw the next card, do not resolve it, and pick a direction. Of course, I'll explain what all that does as we play. You are going to need some things yourself. You're going to need somewhere to track your health. I'm going to use this little heart. And we start at 10 health. Then we have the equipment, and we need somewhere to track what equipment we've got. Now, the way I do it is I've got these little tokens, and I cover each of the pieces of equipment, and if I gain a piece of equipment I will uncover it. So I can see at a glance there that I don't have any pieces of equipment, and of course if I get one, uncover it and I can see it straight away. So that's how I keep track of equipment. You are going to need a token to keep track of the turns. We have 25 turns to get through the deck, and I'm going to place that there on the sun. It's sun, moon, all the way across. Then you need somewhere of keeping track of how many Witch Kings have came out. I'm going to use this token. And these will go in here and it will move across. And then some way of knowing whether you've used the ring or not, which is here. So these start off the board. And this is the setup for Lord of the Rings. Right, so we're going to begin the quest, and the idea, like I've mentioned, is to get all the way through this deck without dying. If you do, you've won the game. You've thrown the ring into Mount Doom, and there's 3 ways you can lose this game. One is if you run out of health. The second one is if 3 Witch Kings come out. As soon as the 3rd Witch King comes out, that's it, it's game over. You need to get through the deck before the turns are over. You have 25 turns to get through the deck. That's the other way. If you don't get through the deck after the 25th turn, you've lost the game. So we're going to look what it's asking us to do, and it's asking us to draw the next card but do not resolve it and pick a direction. Okay, so we'll turn over the next card. Oh, it's a Witch King. Right, thankfully we do not resolve it, and I'll explain what resolving the card means when we get to it. We're going to ignore everything on this card at the beginning, and we're only going to look at directions, and the directions are these numbers here. So if we go to the left, we can turn over 1 card. We are blocked from going forward, but we can go to the right. If we go to the right, then we can turn over 3 cards. Now you may think, well, it's obvious because we need to get through the entire deck, so you're just going to go for the largest number to get through the most cards in a turn. However, every card you turn over is going to have an aggression number up here, and you're going to add these aggression numbers together and it's going to come off your health. So the more cards you turn over, the more chance you've got of higher aggression numbers and taking more damage. But this says ignore everything on it apart from the direction. So we completely ignore everything, and I'll explain what all this bit does as well as we do it. And we're just going to pick our direction, and I am going to pick the 3. So I'm going to go to the right. So we turn over 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you keep them in order. And the first thing you look at is the aggression numbers at the top in these boxes. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. So straight away I've taken 5 damage. Wow. This game can be over very, very quickly. So that's the first thing you do, is look at this aggression, and you take it off your health. You may have equipment that says reduce it, or some cards may say ignore it, as you will see. But we've drawn our 3 cards because we went in the direction. So the first thing we do is look at this. The next thing we do is we're going to completely ignore all the other cards apart from the last one we've turned over. And it says, thanks to Legolas, you may safely move forward under his protection. And then you're going to do whatever this says on the last card that you turned over. You ignore the others, doesn't matter what these say. On these cards, you're just looking at this number. But on the last card you turn over, you're going to be looking at here. So as you draw your cards, you may declare any attack value as 0. So I can draw cards, and then if I wish one of the cards, I can say, right, I want it to be a 0 aggression number. So I now pick a direction. However, we have now taken one turn, which is this, and this is going to move along, just to indicate that we've gone through the day. Now we pick a number. Let's go forward by 3. Okay, so 1. Now, do I want to declare that because of this? Do I want to declare that as a 0? And I think I will. I'm going to declare that as a 0. So 1, 2, 3. 3 cards. I'm going to, because of this, I'm going to declare this is a 0. So this is 2, 4. I've taken 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm down to 1 health. And again, we ignore what these cards say and just look at this. And we're looking at this bottom here. This is fine. We can just choose a direction. But we move on because this is our next turn. After every night, when you move on, your health goes back to full. So if you can survive a day and a night, your health is going to go back to full. So back to 10. Phew. So now we're going to pick a direction. Let's go to the right, and I'm going to pick 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Again, we ignore these cards. We're just looking at this top one. So what does this say? Pick 3 random cards from the discard pile and shuffle them back into the deck. Okay, so this is the discard pile. 3 random cards. So 1, 2, 3. Shuffle these back into the deck. So, okay, so once we've resolved the card effect, time moves on. Right, I've got that much health left. So I'm going to go to the right. Hopefully it'll be a low number, which is just 1 card. Let's have a look. Of course, it's 3. So we've died. Immediately, we've taken 3 points of damage. We only had 2 left. We have died. And that's how quick a game can go. I'm going to do a game again. We're going to turn over the first card and just pick a direction. Wow, the Witch King again. Let's go. I'm going to go left. I'm only going to pick 1 card. And it is another Witch King. So we take 1 hit, 1 hit. And the Witch King comes out. So we've discovered 1 Witch King. Remember, if we ever get to the 3rd Witch King, now we don't do this one because it said, the quest said, just ignore everything on it and just pick a direction. However, we do this one. If the 3rd Witch King comes out, then it's game over. There are cards that say move back or remove a Witch King. And it says at the bottom there, add 1 Witch King to the playmat. Let's see what... so we've done the effect, so we move on to the night time. Which way do we want to go? Let's go to the right. 1, 2, 3. So we've taken 2 damage. 1, 2. Remember, we only look at the 3rd one. It says, if you travel to the right, you may not rest at your next destination and cannot heal wounds. So if we go that way, then we won't get our health back. So instead, I'm going to go... before we do, we've done this text here, so we move on and we do heal. Because after every night, we do heal. And I'm going to go forward. I'm going to go forward 1. And we've got thick fog in the woods. And of course we take 2 damage. We do what it says. If you do not travel to the left, you may not look at your cards as you draw them. Look only at the destination card. Okay. Let's travel left. So I can look at my cards. Oh, of course we need to move. 1, 2, 3. So we're taking 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. And again, we're just looking at what this says here. The total attack value in the next turn is reduced by 2. Fantastic. I'm going to turn that way to remind me. And because we've done that text now, and we move on, and because we've moved off after the night, we completely heal again. So let's go. I'm going to go to the right, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because of the special text, the attack value of all the cards is reduced by 2. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's now reduced to 5. So I'm going to take 5 damage. And we just look at the top card. And it says, while in Lothlorien, you are given provisions and you gain provisions. Okay. So which ones are provisions? Let me see. One of these, I think. Yep. That's the provisions. This waffle. And it says you can draw 1 additional card and resolve its effects. Okay. And because we've now done this, we're going to move on. Which way shall I go? I shall go to the left. So 1 card. And it's a 0, so we don't take any hits. If you travel forward, do not resolve the effects of the next card. Okay. Which way shall I go? Because some of these effects at the bottom here are good and some of them are bad. Let's go to the right. I'm going to go to the right. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. Oh, we resolved that effect. So that moves over. We get our health back. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to take 5 damage. And this says we are at the Prancing Pony. If you go forward and enter the tavern, you gain I think some armour there. Shall I go forward? But it is 5 cards. And I will get a piece of armour. But it says reduce all attacks by 1. And I think that stays with you through the game. Do I chance it? But that's only if I move forward will I get the armour. But if I move forward and die... Okay, so we resolve that, so that moves across. Let's go... Oh, I would really like that armour. But I'm not going to. I'm going to go to the... I don't want to die. I'm going to go to the right. Just 1 card. And I'm going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. However, if you look at the bottom, it says remove 1 Witch King token. You may return at any time and seek Aragorn for 1 day's travel and continue your journey from here. So I can remove 1 Witch King. Thank you. We resolved that effect. So that moves across. We get full health. Let's move to the right for 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. If you travel straight ahead, gain, I think is that the sword? I think it is. And the sword says choose 1 aggression number and consider it to be 0. Is it worth me chancing going forward for 4 to get a sword? Okay, so we've almost resolved this, so this is going to move forward. I'm going to go forward to see if I can get this sword for 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've died trying to get that sword. So again, another quick game. And as you can see, the game can be over very quickly, or I've never yet gone through the entire deck. But there you go, guys. Lord of the Rings, the adventure card game, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, I will catch you guys later.